Welcome back to Story of Lele TV. In this video, I have an Odu Ifa chapter that I will be revealing the inside, story, and messages. The Odu Ifa is Ogbe Okanran. Ogbe Okanran means Ogbe Okanran. Ogbe on the right, Okanran on the left. So as far as this video is concerned, I have two verses to reveal. So let's begin with the first verse, which tells the compelling story of a man. This man was a very hardworking individual who wanted to cultivate a farm. He consulted Ifa and he was instructed to offer a sacrifice of 3 cocks and 650 cowries. This man, being very obedient, he made the sacrifice. After this, he was given a rather challenging piece of land. He was advised that once he started cultivating, he should prepare palm wine and other food items. Now, here is why this is getting interesting. This man's enemy, who didn't particularly like him, but knew he was a very good worker, deliberately pointed him to Ogun's land, the land of the Orisha of Iron. Their hope was that Ogun, upon returning from war, would kill this man for encroaching on his territory. But rather, this man remembered the wisdom of Ifa. On the 3rd day of cultivating the farm, he prepared all the items he was told to make, the delicious palm wine and other food items. Coincidentally, Ogun returned from war that very day, hungry and tired. He was immediately drawn by the enticing aroma of the food this man prepared. He and his followers went to the farm and ate the food and drank the palm wine. This man, whose name is Lele, arrived to find them feasting on his provisions, and he asked them why they were eating his food. Ogun, realizing his mistake, apologized and asked who was cultivating the land. When Lele revealed it was him, Ogun confessed that the land was his and it had been given to Lele by his enemies with the intention of having Ogun kill him. However, because of Lele's generosity and his adherence to the sacrifice, Ogun declared that he couldn't possibly harm him. He even told Lele to continue cultivating the land. And so, Lele, through his obedience and diligence, became a big landlord, while his enemies were left in dismay. Witnessing his prosperous harvest on a land they thought would be his doom. So what is the lesson to learn from this very verse? The first powerful lesson from this Odu Ifa is this: we should never allow negative people to influence us. Instead, we must always do the right thing, regardless of the circumstances. When we do, we will always end up in the right place. This Odu also has a significant lesson for anyone in a professional setting. If your boss assigns you an overwhelming amount of work, don't despair or complain. Keep doing it. The gains will surely come because your senior colleagues are observing your dedication and hard work. Your diligence will not go unnoticed. Now, for those whom this Odu Ifa appears to, in this Odu Ifa, if this Odu Ifa is divine for you, it tells you to offer the sacrifice mentioned by the Babalawo. It means that you are about to be offered something that may seem uncertain or even doubtful, but it is ultimately a good thing. The sacrifice will ensure that this good thing truly becomes yours and that your enemies will be put to shame. Now let's move to the verse 2 of this very Odu Ifa, which tells the inspiring tale of Olukoti. Olukoti was a farmer who lived alone in the forest. He struggled for his farm to become a bustling city, so he sent for a priest to consult Ifa on his behalf. He was instructed to offer a sacrifice of 16 snails, 1 goat, 1 tortoise, and 2,500 cowries. Olukoti made the sacrifice, and sacred Ifa leaves were buried on his farm. He then asked his priest to live with him until Ifa's prediction came to pass. The priest agreed, but asked to go home first to pick up something at home. On arriving home, he also consulted Ifa to determine if the move would favor him. Ifa confirmed it was good, but advised him to sacrifice 8 pigeons and 400 cowries. The priest performed this sacrifice and returned to Olukoti's farm. And what happened next? Olukoti's farm began to flourish. It transformed from a lonely farm into a thriving village, and eventually it became a bustling city. Olukoti was enthroned as the leader, and in a beautiful act of gratitude, he made his priest the leader of all the chiefs in the town. They praised their priest. The priest praised Ifa, and Ifa in turn praised Olodumare. So, what are the lessons to gain from this very Odu Ifa verse? The major lesson we can learn from this Odu Ifa is profound. We must not choose a partner for their beauty alone. Instead, we should marry the person Ifa recommends. This implies seeking spiritual guidance and looking beyond superficial qualities. Similarly, when choosing land for building a house or starting a farm, we should not focus on the shortcomings or apparent disadvantages. Instead, we must choose whichever location is ratified by Ifa. This tells us to trust in divine guidance over our limited human perception, especially when things might not look ideal at first glance. However, for those whom this Odu Ifa appears to, Ifa tells you that your land is destined to become populous. It also suggests that someone is about to acquire a piece of land that might currently be a mere forest, but it is destined to become a grand city. The person whom this Odu Ifa appears to should also make the prescribed sacrifices by the Babalawo. Furthermore, you must never underestimate a visitor. There is also a clear message for the priest. They should also make a sacrifice so that things will go well for both the client, that is, whom this Odu Ifa appears to, and the Babalawo himself. It's about ensuring mutual success and blessings. And that concludes our exploration of OGBEKANRAN, that is, Ogbe on the right, Okanran on the left. I hope these powerful verses and their lessons have resonated with you. The wisdom of Ifa is truly timeless and applicable to our lives in so many ways. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you are new here, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss our next videos. Until next time, may your path be guided by wisdom and prosperity. Ashe. Bye for now.